¿Qué lo que ve mi gente? Welcome back to Two Drinks and a Ting. I'm your Ting Nathalia.
And I'm Eric again.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we continue, what is a Ting without two drinks? And today's drink is a mimosa. But instead of OJ, we got our strawberry lemonades. And this bitch is crispy. I ain't gonna lie.
It's good. It's better than orange juice.
Mhm.
My go-to is either like pineapple juice or like strawberry lemonade.
Off camera, we were talking about the Marvel universe and we were just going in depth of how it's interesting that certain franchises have a good alignment in their storylines and the other franchises just suck, like X-Men. Don't go after us. We're just viewers of the movies, not of the comics.
So when it comes to like the X-Men, like I enjoy the X-Men movies. They're good.
Yeah.
They're entertaining. Now,
I have no qualms about it because, again, I'm not a big comic book fan. I know comics of movies, so I have no qualms about it in terms of the story. Like, oh, I don't like it because they did. That's not me. I don't care.
It's like, girl, you can separate the comic books and then the movies. They're two different universes.
But I kind of understand because I get that way with Harry Potter and Twilight. I've read the books.
Yeah,
and
but it's not
seeing how they do certain things that just make no fucking sense. Like, why do that?
But like I would say it's different because like the comic books, there's so many different like universes where things happen. Whereas like Harry Potter's like this is like one
dimension. You can't deviate from here because there's no other universes. As in Spider-Man has like apparently 50.
Right. There's no like other people like writing comics about Harry Potter and whereas like
unless
X-Men, Marvel,
look at the Cursed Child.
But it's still by J.K. Rowling.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, it's a play written by two British playwriters with her approval. She wrote Fantastic Beasts off the cuff. No book. She wrote the movie script.
Interesting. But that's still one universe. Yeah. But again, back to like the X-Men movies. They're enjoyable.
I was just confused because I grew up on the original bunch of X-Men. So the one
X-Men
where
1, X-Men 2,
yes.
X3, The Last Stand.
And I was telling Eric that I had recently watched The Dark Phoenix with the new Jean Grey and things like that. I'm just like, I'm confused. Hold the fuck up. I thought this bitch died a different way for a different cause. And Scott, her partner, who is Cyclops, who he died before this girl died because she killed him. So I'm just like in my head, he alive here. So what's going on?
Spoilers.
And then spoilers if you've never seen it.
If you've never seen it, but like that movie's been out for a while now.
Years, decades, probably. So it's just like, I was like, wait, so he's alive here? And then I realized they did cross over at some point where Logan went back in time to save Raven from killing that one person and causing the mutation.
Character.
So that is probably the catalyst that fucked up the time zone for the new movies after First Class and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So that was like, okay, maybe that's why Scott's alive and Jean is slightly different from the originals.
I would say they probably did like some fan like service by having like the original characters come back.
Because I believe that's also the same one where Anna Paquin just did a glimpse of her rogue with the guy that, I don't know his name, Frozen? Bobby?
Yeah.
His name is Bobby, but I don't know his alter ego.
But yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so
and Halle Berry also came back to play Storm.
Yeah, and then that's another one. The new Storm, she has like some type of accent, and I'm just like,
yes. So
was Storm's character always from like a different country?
She's actually from Wakanda.
What? Storm's character?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but because of like intellectual properties and, you know, copyrights and all that stuff, they couldn't do that. And then again, just like they're probably doing like different universes.
They're probably going to introduce it in like another Marvel movie where they extend Wakanda and that one guy, the mutant. I don't know his name.
Namor.
Yes. They're probably going to bring, he's fine. They're probably going to put it together with since he's a mutant and that's how they're introducing it into the franchise.
Double check. I'm pretty sure she's from Wakanda.
Girl, you over here giving false information.
No, I'm pretty sure. No. Apparently she was like born in Kenya. Eventually she would marry T'Challa and then become the queen of Wakanda.
What? The way people be just coming up with shit, like that Disney theory of how all the movies are linked together. I feel like this is like coming along with it.
I hate it when people say like they're linked together. It's like, no, they're not linked together. They're just little like
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
Okay, so Storm is not from Wakanda, but allegedly she ends up in Wakanda married to T'Challa.
Good for her.
Facts. At least in Marvel, it flows.
Right.
They have a strategy. They do what they need to do. They know where they're gonna go. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with X-Men, they were just like, "Oh, let's just film this. Let's just film this." Right. I could be lying. Again, I'm not totally invested. Now that might be different. Now that they've officially been brought into Doctor Strange,
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, the new Multiverse of Madness. They've officially brought Professor X into it, and along with, of course, Wakanda Forever again with the mutation. So
it's just there's so many movies recently about the multiverse, and it's starting to become like I'm getting fatigue.
Heard that Scarlet Witch was the main character, like the main villain. So I was like, do I have to watch WandaVision before watching this movie? Because if that's the case, I'm not going to watch this fucking movie. And my friend was like, what do you know about WandaVision? And I was just like, based off the internet, this bitch is crazy. She made an alternate universe where Jarvis is a human.
You mean Vision?
Him. Where Jarvis is Vision or whatever. And towards the end of the show, her reality is disturbed by an outsider, and she figures out the life she created was not a life at all. Like, her kids aren't real. Vision is they're all figments of her imagination and her power. Mm-hmm. That's what I figured out. And he was like, okay, you know the gist, you don't need to watch it. I'm like, okay, say less.
But it's not because she's crazy.
She's just in grief.
Yeah, she's grieving hard. Real hard. Crazy. And you know what?
She's crazy.
But honestly, the entire time I was like, yes, queen. So I was standing.
I remember you said she wasn't supposed to be the villain.
Yeah, like it came out that like apparently the original scripts was that Scarlet Witch was not supposed to be the villain for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Mm-hmm. She was supposed to be a villain for Avengers movie.
Is it the Age of Ultron?
No, like later on.
Oh, okay,
like
okay,
a future like film. She probably would have killed like the characters that we know
mm-hmm.
in this universe, or maybe in other universes. But I just kind of wish like they kept it like that, because I feel like it would have been better.
I stay still being lost as fuck because of the last Avengers movie. Again, they fucked up time. So mm-hmm. Black Widow like unalived herself to save Hawkeye. But Gamora was unalived by Thanos to get the stone. But then they went into that other universe and they found a different Gamora and they brought her back. And then now she's living lavish, allegedly, in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
It's confusing.
It is. And the reason I say that is because I was just like, when they proceeded to come back to the real world, when Captain America comes back old because he spent longer with Peggy.
Steve Rogers.
They come back. It's still different. Like, mm-hmm. Black Widow is still dead, but they just brought back Gamora. I'm just like, y'all fucking up the time zones. I don't know what's going on over here, man. I'm just like,
time zones.
Girl, I'm like completely fucked. I'm just like, I don't understand this shit.
But like, she is in the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm, I watched it. Oh, it came out already?
Yeah.
You're gonna not believe me, but I've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy. None of their stuff.
Oh my God.
And again, it goes back to I don't like Chris Pratt.
Yeah. I did like Chris Pratt for the first film and then the second film. And then, something that he did.
But I don't like him as an actor. I don't like his work.
Yeah, I don't really like him in the Jurassic Park films.
Me neither.
I don't like him in
the last Jurassic World. Trash. So
oh my gosh, that movie was so bad.
It was so dumb.
Fan service.
It was so stupid. Literally, if you didn't watch the extended version, you're not going to know what the fuck is going on in that damn...
And then that movie is so long for no reason.
So long.
It's so long.
Again, bullshit on some genetics. And I'm like, so who the fuck is this bitch?
I would give Guardians of the Galaxy a try.
I don't know.
Because, I do like that team, mm-hmm. the Guardians of the Galaxy. Uh-huh. And I like more of like Drax, Batista.
Okay.
And then when they introduced Mantis in the second film, she's like great add-on to the team. She's so funny.
Is that the girl with the...
Yes.
Okay.
And then the third film, it's really good. I cried. There's some things that happen in that film.
You always cry.
And it just hits right here. The part that I really like about that movie is like they didn't really focus on Star-Lord as like the main character. It was mainly more about Rocket and like his story and like...
That's the raccoon?
Yes.
Okay.
And involving like the villain with Raccoon. Not Raccoon. Rocket.
You're confusing me.
Sorry. I misspoke. Rocket, not Raccoon. Like his maker. That film just kind of like something happens with Rocket. And then, which you can probably guess from like the trailer that they have. Like there's one trailer that they put out for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with like little baby Rocket and like his little friends, Teefs, Floor, and Lila.
Are there other raccoons?
One's an otter, one's a rabbit, and one's like a walrus. And then they're like all like have like, you know, experimented modifications on them. And it's like a trailer, so y'all can just go watch it. I'm not spoiling anything. But like that part is in the film, and it just hit me in the feels because they're all like, oh, like Rocket's gonna build I'm gonna build a rocket, and then, you know, me and all my friends, we're gonna leave here and go see the sky. And it's just like, I'm sitting there just like, ooh.
At some point, one of those three munchkins died, I'm assuming, because no one got the chance to see the sky or the rocket. I'm making assumptions because that's always what happens.
Sorry, not to interrupt, but like also Lila, which is the otter, she's played by Linda Cardellini.
Who's that?
Linda Cardellini.
Who's that, sweetie?
She's Velma.
Oh, the girl. I don't care about her.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I don't really watch a lot of the stuff she's in. The only ones I've watched her in is Scooby-Doo and
she's
Dead to You.
Dead to Me.
Oh, Dead to Me, whatever.
But James Marsden.
Dick.
Oh my gosh. Okay, not to like detract even more, but he's in this show on Prime TV. It's called Jury Duty. And basically it's like, it's very like The Office-esque kind of thing. They have one person who thinks like it's an actual documentary, but then everybody around him on the jury team and like...
Oh, I think I've seen it.
Yes.
I think I've seen it. They're all playing actors.
They're all actors. And then here's like James, like also playing like himself, but like very like narcissistic. Also summoned to jury duty, but like he's like, oh, like I can't like, you know, people are going to recognize me. And like the judge is like, who are you?
Is this a real show or is this like a reality show?
This is like
a prank show.
It's a prank reality show because it's like the one person that they have.
It's really just like a random bystander.
It's just a random person that thinks like they're just doing a documentary of like the process of like jury duty and how that goes. Whereas everybody else is like an actor playing a character. They have like scripts that they kind of like follow, but it's very like
ad-libbed.
Improv. And then the very last episode, they like had like lead him to like this thing. And then like we got rid of that because like that's just so hard to do. But then like when it came to like the actual that bit, the person like naturally just like led them to that thing that they scrapped. And then they like went ahead with it. It's really good. It's funny.
That sounds interesting.
I recommend it. Watch it.
Jury Duty on Prime Video. But I heard they're making a new Last Airbender this time.
Yes.
They're
with the actual people and like
the actual characters' right name pronunciations.
Well, okay, so Netflix is making their version and they had the original makers, writers, creative team like be a part of it. And then like something happened. They had creative differences. And then they are no longer working with the original team. And Netflix is doing their own thing. Because apparently they want to age up Katara.
Is this the sister?
Yes. I think they want to age her up. And then like also kind of like make it more Riverdale-esque, like when it comes to like the romance and stuff like that, which the Avatar team, the creators were like, no, is
that even in the show?
No, like there's like, you know, love interests and, you know, crushes, but like no, the romance is not the main focus of the show.
Who's the romance between
Katara and Aang?
Oh,
that happens over like all 3 seasons of the show.
I'm not a big anime fan. I've never watched Avatar.
Watched the show.
No,
it's so great.
I've only watched Avatar and I thought it was perfectly fine.
The movie?
Yeah.
Ew.
But you're the one who said they didn't even pronounce his name right.
Ong. Girl, it's pronounced Ang. You have the literal show. You have the source material. Uncle Iro? Who is Iro? Who is that?
What's his name?
Iro. And then they're pronouncing Iro in the movie. What is that?
They literally didn't pay attention.
No, they didn't. And then they have like the animation of like the bending. Oh my God. They have like these 5 earthbenders doing like this thing. And then they have like this little pebble like ooh, right across the screen. Like, y'all see this? And then like also like when it comes to like the fire, like in the movie, they're like, oh, they need to have fire already there in order to bend it. But in the show, it's like, no, they don't need fire to be there.
See, I was very excited that they were going to come out with a sequel because towards the end of that one, it introduced the sister. And apparently the sister had a little bit more, it was insinuated.
Azula.
Huh?
Azula.
I don't know. They didn't
the
mention
sister for the brother.
Yeah, the firebender, the sister.
Yeah.
She
Azula.
seemed like she had a little bit more tenacity and she wanted to fuck bitches up.
Oh yes.
So I felt like that was gonna be a good like standoff between the older brother and your sister.
The animated show is on Netflix. Watch it.
I don't know.
No, it's really good. Like the animated show is really good. Like especially like watching it during my teen years, I'm like, it's good. And again, Azula, she's a bad bitch. Ooh. She's like the villain of like season 2, season 3.
So like the rest of the show?
Yeah.
Does the brother go on the other side?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, because he hates the family?
He betrays his uncle.
Who's this?
Zuko. In the animated show, the sister approaches the brother and is like, father will forgive you and, take you back with open arms if, you betray uncle. Betrays his uncle. They put him in jail. His uncle basically raised him because like Zuko does get banished and his job was to go find the avatar. Welcome back.
Were they right to say in the live action that the firebenders are higher than the other?
Oh girl, the firebenders were the bad people.
Oh. Yeah. So were they like the conquerors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the firebenders committed genocide. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're Germans.
In a sense, yeah.
Interesting. Now I'm kind of invested. I kind of want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it at the same time because it's an anime.
But it's not like Japanese anime.
Okay, hold on. The son,
Zuko.
at some point, Zuko, was exiled.
At the very beginning of the
And that's the reason why he's so gung-ho about grabbing Aang to bring him back. Okay. Yeah. And the uncle was basically chilling with him to make sure he's all good and coochie, you know? And he says to the uncle, you hurt my mother. That's why you in here? Or he says it to the daddy?
He says it to the dad because something happens with the dad and then their grandfather. No, something happens with the mom's dad and her husband, which is now the Fire Lord, Ozai. It kind of like hints that like mom has to like leave and be banished, or like they sacrifice the son. And then
for what?
They don't really explore into it.
Zuko?
But like, yeah. And then like the dad becomes like the new Fire Lord, Emperor of the Fire Nation. Girl, I'm telling you, it's like a very complex and like good story. It's like here's like the little stories, but then here's like this overarching theme and storyline for like all the seasons. It's so good. It's so good.
I might be invested now. Oh my God.
It's really good. And then they come out with Avatar Legend of Korra. People be dying in there. There's murder,
Who's
suicide.
Gamora?
What?
Who's Gamora? Korra. Who's Korra?
She's the new Avatar after Aang passes away.
I thought he was the last one.
No. He's the last airbender.
Okay. Then what's the Avatar then? So is that the person who controls everything?
Yeah. So like each nation, like they have people that are born and they can control the elements, either earth, fire, wind,
I know that.
or water. The Avatar can control all 4 and then also control spirit energy. And
is that the one where the girl gets like killed and her soul goes into the fish?
Yes, that's like spirit energy. Okay. And girl, it's dark. The first season, murder suicide happens. In one season, they kill a queen of the Earth Kingdom by suffocation. And not like pillow over no, it's like they're airbending the air out of her. Yeah. Yeah, girl.
This is a kid show?
Oh. Well, it was aimed towards like fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender because it came out like by the time I was like 20. And then there's another character, like she can like blast like things from like her forehead. And then like this person like throws, because in the new show, metal bending happens. It's like earth bending, but like because there's minerals inside the metal,
Okay.
a character in Avatar: The Last Airbender, she creates metal bending. And then it becomes, in the show, one character like metal bends like this thing around the person's head. And then right before like the blast out of does, it causes explosion. So
it blows the head off?
all they do is they show like one of the characters go like turning around and just like, because that was his boo thing that they killed. Mm-hmm. It's dark. And then there's blood bending.
Oh my God. That's wild. So I don't know. I'll give the first season. This better not be like no fucking Office bullshit where you gotta watch the first full season in order to get in it.
No, it's good.
Girl.
But like, the thing I also don't like about anime is like very sexualized too.
Yeah, isn't that a fetish? Anti?
Yes. It's like, I just don't. Girl, why am I getting like this full frame of this character's boobs so big?
And anime, sway, they got the nicest bodies. They got a cinched waist. They got big boobies. The guys are fucking packed. They got big titties. The men love to see it. Flex that bitch.
And then the boom.
And they're always
the abs.
They're always gelled, down oiled. Did you watch Dragon Ball Z growing up?
No.
That's
another like a show that would have probably turned me gay.
Not that you already are.
Men, like, hello.
But yeah, I don't know how the fuck we got to anime. Though.
Yeah, we went like way off topic.
Okay, back
Sorry,
on it.
y'all.
Before we hop off the TV suggestions, have you saw Bullet Train?
Yes, that movie it was entertaining. It was wild. It was oh my God,
good.
Bad Bunny Benito.
Okay, see, I was telling Stuart, I don't know why, but that was giving me anime vibes.
Yeah.
The way it was, like their movements, the fight scenes, the storylines, kind of how they all just had a thing to like fight each other. It was giving me real anime, and I was here for it. Yeah. But what I really liked was Brad Pitt is just so good in this fucking movie. He's funny for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Didn't know Sandra Bullock was the voice over the
that was
phone.
Such a wild twist. I was like, Sandra Bullock? Hello?
And then the connections that they all fucking had with each other. Yeah. I was just like...
And then like Bad Bunny's character like trying to fight Brad Pitt. And then like it turns out that like the person that did the job was not Brad Pitt. It was the other person. And he's like trying to blame like somebody else. And then Brad Pitt's like, oh, I'm just taking over this job for this other person.
For Ryan Reynolds' character. Bert or some shit like that. He played Carver. He was a replacement for Carver. And then Bad Bunny's character was like, I'm here to kill Carver. He's like, fucking Carver? Ooh. And then Joey King, the one who played the daughter, psychopath.
She was good.
And then she was the daughter of the guy that they're all coming to fucking kill. Mm-hmm. Bitch. If you have not seen Bullet Train, watch it. It is so good. I watched it after my friend told me to watch it 15 times. I didn't listen to him because sometimes his shit just be off, okay?
You watched it 15 times?
No. He's been telling me to watch it for 15 times. And I'm just like, sometimes his recommendations be falling off. I was shook.
And then the brothers.
Tangerine and Lemon. He was so funny. He killed the girl in a tangerine truck.
Yeah.
Bullet Train. Also good movie. Okay. We're off the shows now. But those recommendations, y'all need to watch. All right. So we're hopping off of that and we go into something else. So I asked on Instagram... If you don't follow me. It's 2 Drinks and Ting on Instagram and anywhere you get social media, TikTok, all that. I asked if you could commit a crime and get away with it, what would you do? And again, my friends just respond to me. Bless your souls. Thank you so much for your contribution. Assaulting a rude-ass customer. I would do that. Bank robbery.
There we go. And then not get in trouble for it?
Girl,
bank robbery.
Looting. I need crown molding.
Girl, rob a bank And then you can afford the crowd molding.
Robbing a bank is too fucking much. If I just need crowd molding and I'm going to fucking this place and I can loot it.
Do a crime and not get in trouble?
Yeah.
Girl,
what else? Then what
bank.
crime would you do other than robbing a bank? I'll let you simmer on that as I continue. Fighting kids. They're too slick. True. Fuck these kids. Kids be out of pocket. They need to get dealt with.
Yeah. A lot of them think they're grown.
Shh, disrespectful asses. Fraud. I would do so much. See, this is why I feel like I should have been born in like the early 1950s, 1960s. Policing didn't have any type of structure. You could open up multiple identities. And the organizations like FBI, CIA, they didn't talk to each other back in the day. They were barely organized back in the day. So cross-checking these social security numbers wasn't a thing. Now you sitting here nice and pretty in the early 2000s or the late 2000s, you got a couple of identities. You fuck up one, cancel it. Get on another one. Fuck up another one, cancel it. You got another one. My grandmother had 2 identities.
She was out here committing fraud?
Basically, she had 2 identities. She passed away, so you can't take her to jail. She passed away before I can ask her what the fuck was going on, but it was a family secret that we figured out a while ago.
You guys figured it out?
Yeah, we found out because we looked. She had 2. She had 2 social security numbers.
Both of them.
It was different names.
Is it like a married name and then? No, that's not how it works.
Different numbers, because even if you change your married name, you have the same social security number. You just get a brand new social security card.
Did you guys figure out like why?
No. She took that to her grave, but she had 2 identities. And that's the reason why, because she said it was easy for her just to say, I lost my social security number. I need a new one.
Nowadays, they're like, nah, you got the same one.
Bitch, they need all types of identification. They need 2 bills. They need your state ID. They need everything to get you a new social security number. And then even at that, even if you had identity fraud, you get a little passcode every time you do your income taxes. Bitch, back in the day was a time to cause all types of crime.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of crime happening back in the day.
Fraud is one. GTA.
The video game.
Grand Theft Auto, bitch. I'll be living my fucking Tokyo Drift lifestyle.
Oh
I'll be zipping and zooming, doing everything, bitch. You know racing illegal.
So I thought about it.
What'd you say?
So I would do squatting at a nice house.
Ooh.
No rent that I gotta pay. Mm-hmm. They can't kick me out, girl.
You right. Me, personally, if I could, I would become a therapist and I would like leak their tea, their shit, my patient stuff. Because, you know, HIPAA, you can't do that now.
Oh, you wrong for that.
Karen
girl,
told
you should have
me.
just kept that to yourself.
Nope.
You should have kept that thought right there.
Well, I'm never going to be a therapist, so it don't fucking matter.
Thankfully.
Right? I don't know how therapists do it. I would have been like, honey, remember Patricia? I don't think therapists really keep that shit to themselves. I feel like they don't disclose the identity of the person.
They probably speak in very like vague terms.
Mm-hmm, like one of my patients, but they probably don't go into depth. Like, you know how from movies, therapists have names for their patients. Oh, the cheating wife. Or the grieving mother. Oh, I met up with the cheating wife today. She's doing X, Y, and Z. I guarantee you, these therapists telling people business out here.
I mean, if there's like stuff that, you know, they're talking to like their clients and they're like going through like some stuff, I'm pretty sure they like go to like their own therapist or like their colleagues in their practice and kind of like, you know, also getting that kind of like
it's a chain circle
trauma that they're getting from their clients.
When I was studying psychology, because I was thinking about becoming a therapist, I did read as a therapist, you have to have your own therapist because some of the traumas that your patients endure, it's not healthy for you. Yeah, it's not healthy for you to keep it, but you are human. You're going to keep it and you're going to carry it with you. But what I mean telling T, not telling T like I'm helping a person who was sexually assaulted. I'm not telling that shit. I'm talking about like the cheating wife. She's fucking 3 different men. Ooh. And the husband don't fucking know. Ooh. But I also see the husband, and the husband's fucking the mistress down the street, and she got 3 kids, and this bitch want to have kids.
Therapy?
Girl, I hope so.
It better be couples therapy because
That's tea.
That's not.
Couple therapy's tea, bitch.
I mean, yes, it is.
You
But,
weren't
like-
saying that shit when I was fucking from behind. That's supposed to be us.
Oh my gosh. Speaking about couples therapy, there's this show on Showtime, a documentary of like these couples that they're allowing for their sessions to be like recorded and published.
Is it like real couples,
Yes.
real therapists?
Yes. And I saw like one on TikTok of like this wife, and basically she gets caught cheating. She accidentally like recorded herself like kissing this guy.
Oh, that's Married at First Sight. You
Like,
filmed
it's like my
yourself.
brother. Okay, but there is a show about like this couple therapy like show that's like on Showtime.
Married at First Sight?
No.
Okay. Because what you were talking about, I seen that too.
Mhm.
And then later on, she's like, okay, that's not my brother.
No, duh.
You would prefer to be known as an incestuous, nasty bitch versus a cheating ass hoe? How?
Girl, now you look like Boo Boo the Fool.
Dumb.
Little.
And nobody
shadows.
was taking. They were like, bitch, that is not your fucking brother, bitch.
Mhm. She really tried to gaslight them.
So you just kissing brothers on mouths nowadays?
Mm.
I would have just confessed. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Ah, shit. Oh,
Cat's
out of the bag.
I was looking at Instagram and I came across this one quote and I thought it was so funny. Hey, if I'd seen this when I worked in the office, I would have fucking died. I'm bored, so I just planted a pregnancy test in the bin at work to cause some drama. Look at it.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God. I died when I seen that. I was like, I would do some shit like that. That shit sounds so much fun.
Stirring up.
Tea for
Work.
absolutely
Work
no
tea.
reason.
Mm.
And then I saw this. It's like, being new at a job is so embarrassing for no reason. And then someone responds after it. Someone said it feels like you're a new character on season 5 of a show.
Yeah. I could see that.
To wrap up today's episode, we're going to do Am I the Asshole? Title is Am I the Asshole for showing text to my roommate that his girlfriend sent me?
No. Is it like the person cheating?
You'll find out. I have explanation.
Ooh.
I got
Oh,
context.
Right.
I rent a room in a house with my boyfriend and his best friend, Eric. We all in our 30s and have lived in the house since college. Eric has a girlfriend around 6 months who stays over named Amanda. Amanda doesn't live with us. Last night, we were all Star Wars fans, so we decided to binge watch some episodes and get pizza. Amanda wanted to use her Disney Plus account, but mine is already logged into the TV in the living room. We got our pizza, snacks, wine, and beer. I left my phone in my bedroom because I like to unplug after work. After movie night, I go see my phone before bed, and there are pages of texts about how Amanda wants me to stop doing things for her quote-unquote man, including start using her Disney Plus account on our TV. I'm not allowed to cook or grab him things. The list goes on to where she accuses me of flirting with quote-unquote her man. The thing is a ridiculous wall of text, and I'm showing this to my boyfriend before we go to sleep. He said Eric needs to see this, so I screenshot page after page Amanda sent while we were watching the new trilogy. I heard them argue, and Amanda slammed the door to leave around 3 a.m. I told my coworker today, and few thought I was being petty because Amanda had insecurities she needs to work through, and I bullied her about them by sharing her text with her boyfriend. Am I the asshole?
No, you live there.
She's unhinged.
There's boundaries that need to be set in place. No, so like, girl, if you're insecure, then you should talk to your partner about that. Just have that communication. Also, you're causing like this rift inside the apartment. So like now, whenever you go there, they're gonna be looking at you like,
They don't like you.
Right. They don't like you now.
They
period.
probably never liked you before because I doubt this is an isolated incident.
And then they're probably gonna be like, yeah, she can't come over anymore. If she's gonna be like that, like
She probably ain't gonna be around for long if she over here causing this ruckus between the or the friend because the friend told her and they got into an argument for it. Like, Amanda, is you stupid? why are you pressed about them using a Disney account? Okay, I get if you think the dude is flirting with your man because he's cooking for him or grabbing him things. That's a little bit much, but again, people are insecure.
That's not even like flirting. That's just like
being kind
being
in a
courteous
roommate
or,
atmosphere.
Like, especially like if they have like a good atmosphere. And from the thing said, they've been friends, roommates since college, and they're now in their 30s, living in a house. Like they have that like
foundation.
That
they're comfortable with each other.
They have that like friendship / roommate.
I can't stand a chick who comes in and thinks she can switch up the whole entire fucking relationship. Like oftentimes that happens with me and my guy friends. But I'm also don't give a fuck where I'm just going to distance myself a tad bit because I ain't trying to learn what type of boundaries you have, what type of toes to not step on. I'm not trying to do that bullshit. Because the last thing I need is you blowing on my phone while you texting my man. Leave me alone.
Girl.
Ain't nobody want your man. And if I did want your man, it would have been something that happened a long time ago and we wouldn't even tell you about it.
Like, ain't nothing happened. Nothing's gonna happen.
Exactly. And there have been times where I'm more friendly to the girl to make her feel comfortable than I am with my own guy friends because I don't want her to see me as a threat or to cause any undue issues. Because again, I don't know what their relationship's about. I don't know. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to learn your dynamic because at the end of the day, he's my friend. But I'm also not trying to have unnecessary drama where she feels some type of way. Because at the end of the day, I know just out of sheer common sense, he's going to pick her. Because at the end of the day, she giving you cooch and I'm not. I'm a friend. She's someone you are looking to start a relationship with.
Hopefully not, though.
Hopefully not because she's exhibiting this. But men are stupid. When they get what they want and their ego is being stroked at ease, it's not too much of an issue for them. It's not bothering them one bit. They're going to affirm that and they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to keep that person around. Right. And it's understandable. I have no qualms about it. But a qualm I do have is where I feel a little salty. It's like, I was here before her. I'm probably going to be here after her. But I'm not going to dive into that because, again, I'm not giving you cooch. I'm just your friend.
Friendships stay. Relationships or partners come and go. Friends stay, or whatever that saying goes.
But at this instance, it sounds like this probably isn't the only incident where you caught you acting way out of pocket. Bitch, you really mad because we ain't using your Disney Plus?
Girl, go to therapy. Learn how to communicate with your partner. Work on those insecurities. Learn how to communicate. That's the thing.
I don't get that. Like, if you're emotionally immature, why the fuck are you in a relationship?
People don't want to be alone. But again, like, if you're going to be in a relationship, just know how to communicate and know how to communicate effectively. Like, and trust me, like, you don't know how to communicate with your partner until you go to therapy and you learn how to communicate with yourself and setting up boundaries and knowing like who you are as a person. I mean, I still struggle with like how to communicate with like my partner, but like I am way better at it now compared to like my last relationship. If you're just like one person that just reacts and, you got to be right and, and you have this ego that like you have to be right because whatever happened to you, like, there's some trauma there.
You'll be cool for like 6 months.
Right.
And then he's going to be tired of it because at the end of the day.
Yeah, because that constant jealousy for like any little thing, especially when it's uncalled for, like there's no reason.
I feel like any person, I know I can speak for myself, I just want to be at peace. If I have you with me and you cause more chaos than peace, you need to fucking go. I ain't got time for this shit.
Right.
And toxic stuff only lasts for so long because people get tired of it.
Right. And like, back when we were like early 20s, like maybe you might have put up with it.
It was interesting. It was something to talk about with the girls.
Might have put up with it. Now, like, again, you set those boundaries. You know what your non-negotiables are, and you just don't take that. You're not going to accept that and if that person's exhibiting that, that's like part of you. And nah, I don't got time for that.
Facts. So I don't even think so. Eric, get your girl. Converse with her, tell her what the fuck is going down. No. Like, you will never have a girl. But no, I don't think the guy ever said his name, but you are not the fucking asshole because you probably let him dodge a bullet before he got trapped in some bullshit.
Mm.
Bitch might have got. She a little bit too invested in the relationship, like she quick to get a pregnancy from this relationship. So you probably helped him discover or see past post-nut clarity that this bitch is really like crazy.
Oh my God.
Like you probably helped him see it. He was probably trying to ignore it because it only probably happened to him on a random occasion. But now that it's affecting other people, he was probably like, "Oh no, this bitch is really crazy. The coochie ain't all about that. Let me just like leave her alone." Amanda, get your shit together. It's 2023. There's too much resources out here to be not helping yourself, not seeing a therapist, none of that bullshit. Just saying. Well, that was the episode. Sorry for those who don't like movies, show recommendations, none of that shit. That's on you. Your life sounds like it sucks. Please do yourself a favor. Do me a favor because your bitch needs money. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the YouTube viewers. And for the audio listeners, subscribe and follow anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Anything you'd like to say?
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Well,
Do svidania.
das vidania.
Bye.
Adios.